Hello and welcome to this lecture on MLA format and finding resources for your essays. In MLA format, there are a couple standard options we have to follow if we want to adhere to these guidelines. The first thing you're going to do in your essay is to include a header on every page. This header is the author's last name, which is you, and the page number. You can create this by going to the Insert tab in Word, clicking on Insert Page Number, and selecting one of the options, and then adding your name to the page number. After you've done that, you're going to make sure that you include some information on just the front page of the essay. That information is your name, the instructor's name, the class, so in this case it would be English 101, and the date. Now the date is written in a little bit of an odd manner. The day comes first, and then the month, and then the year. After you've included this information on just the first page, you'll include the title of the essay. Now, when you think about the title, think about movie titles and how they function. They're short, they're quick, they're to the point, they get something conveyed about the content of the movie, but they're also designed to be engaging and get the reader's attention. So we want to make sure that our titles are serving that same purpose. After we've done that, we want to move into our body paragraphs. You'll see that all of the body paragraphs and the essay as a whole is double-spaced, Times New Roman font, and 12-point font size. The beginnings of each paragraph are indented 1 tab space or 1/2 inch. For this essay, as we talked about during our outlining exercises, you're going to include an introductory paragraph, some body paragraphs, a rebuttal paragraph, and a conclusion. This is how your essay should appear once it's all written. It should follow the standards of MLA format. If you have questions about MLA format, you can go to the OWL Purdue website for more guidance. I'll include a link in the announcements along with this video. I do want to call your attention also to the Works Cited page. For this essay, you're asked to use some sources to support your own analysis of your chosen event or phenomenon. So you'll include a Works Cited page to give credit to those sources. The Works Cited page is a part of the whole essay, so you are going to include a running header here as well. If your essay is 3 pages long, for example, this would be page 4. You have a centered title. It's all the same font, same size, not bolded, no italics, no underlining. For the title, it's just centered, same font size as the rest of the text. And then you provide your citation source here. Citations can be difficult to do in MLA, so I will also include a link to a citation generator in the announcements along with this video. As you're doing your research, the CBC library databases are going to be a helpful place for you to begin. If you go to the CBC homepage, you'll see that there's a link to find the library. The computer is being particularly slow here. Let's see if it'll come. So if you go to the library pages, you will find that CBC provides a lot of really excellent resources. You can always talk with a librarian to get some additional help with this. Here we go. Alright, so if you click on that library databases page, right up here, you click on library. We have a whole lot of databases you can use as a part of CBC's provision of journals, newspapers, articles, etc. There are a couple that you'll probably find most helpful here. The Oxford reference will be helpful if you want to find dictionaries, encyclopedias, or other easy to access straightforward information. You can also use ProQuest or EBSCOhost in order to find things that are going to be helpful in terms of supporting your essay. So yesterday when we talked about different examples we could use for this, one of the examples we talked about was sleep deprivation for parents of small children. And we also talked about the phenomenon of the freshman 15 as a part of the college experience for many people. So both of those are topics that we could research further using the CBC library databases. If you're working off campus, you will need to log in to these databases. That login is going to be either your username, which you use to log into campuses, computers across campus, or it'll be your ID number. So once you've logged in off campus, you should have access to all of the materials. Now, this is a great thing CBC provides, because if you weren't attending college and getting these resources through the school, you'd probably have to pay a lot of money to view these articles. So it's nice that CBC is able to provide us with these kind of journals and articles to work with in our essays. So while this is slowly loading, when we look at using search spaces like ProQuest and EBSCOhost, they are keyword-based searches as opposed to full sentence searches. So when you look at things in Google, you could type a whole sentence or a question and Google will find stuff for you. If you're working in ProQuest or EBSCOhost or any of the reference databases, you're just going to use keywords. So the ideas that you want to communicate in the essay about your topic. So I might look at infant infants, I might look at sleep deprivation, and I'll just see what comes up with those terms here. I'll click full text here, because nothing's more disappointing than trying to find something and only getting an abstract or a summary of it as opposed to the whole text. So once you've typed in your keywords, a series of articles will come up. You'll be able to look through those, browse them, and see if any work for your essay. So once you've typed in your search terms, you'll scroll down until you find an article that you think might be interesting. This one sounds like it might work well, as it talks about how much people value sleep, especially when they're not getting it as new parents. So you can read through the abstract. This is a shortened version of the article. See if it's something that you think would work for you. If it does, you can read through the whole article, pick a quote or two that you think will support your analysis, and include them in the essay. The great thing that looking through these resources does for us when we use the CBC databases is that it will provide an MLA citation for us. All you have to do is click on this Cite button here, select MLA from the drop-down list of options, and you'll be able to get exactly the right format for your works cited page. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out via email or through Canvas. I'll be checking on and off this weekend so that I'll be able to help you if issues come up. Remember that we don't have class on Monday as it's a holiday, but I will see you back in class on Tuesday for peer review of the first half of your essay. So make sure that you've got that written and ready to go for our peer review. Reach out if you have questions, and have a great weekend.